action. Hi, how the fuck are we doing? Are we good? Good? Okay, good. Thank you so much for reporting to duty for the Pretty Princess Command Center episode 6. Oh my gosh, episode 6 already. I think this is probably the most consistent I've ever been in my whole entire life. Anyway, how are we doing? I'm doing amazing. I've had a lovely day so far. Absolutely amazing. I'm vlogging today. If you guys don't know, if you're only here for the Pretty Princess Command Center, we vlog on here too. And I was considering making 2 separate accounts, but why would I do that? Well, we could have all the fun in one, because I have to have all my personalities in one body, okay? I have to have all my different aesthetics, all my different thoughts, all my different, like, oh, I'm gonna be in the FBI. Oh, I'm gonna play with makeup. Oh, I'm gonna do this. Oh, I'm gonna do this. All has to stay in here, okay? So that means on here, this is staying on here. My vlogs are staying on here. Everybody, say hi to the vlog channel. Hey, vlog channel, say hi to the pretty princesses. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. We're having a great day and it's only gonna get better. I have not had enough water. I will say that. I think I've maybe only had 1 slut cup and that's not good. All right, let's get into it, shall we? Nobody has told me yet what they think we should call each thing, like each response. I don't want to call it a dilemma. I don't want to call it a problem. I want to have a really fun. I'm gonna have to talk to Mr. Special Someone to get a nice, like, a funny. Oh my god, not me having a hair tie on my wrist. I'm so hungry. I can't wait to eat dinner. Oh my goodness. All right, let's just pull this shit up, okay? Why don't we? Why don't we? Absolutely incredible, exquisite. I was prepared. Last week I wasn't prepared and it wasn't as fun. I like to be prepared. Something I've noticed, something I've been learning about growing up, I actually do really enjoy to be prepared. There were some super serious ones in the inbox on the forums and I'm like, I don't even know how to go about them. I'll probably save them for a later date. Also, let me know if you guys, sorry, I need to button this. Let me know if you guys want me to write out what questions I'm answering in the descriptions. Like, I don't know, like, do you guys want to know what we're going to talk about in the episodes? Because I don't title them very descriptively. Like, I just think they're more fun to have a very, like, loose. Anyway, okay. Big Apple, scene 1, action. Hi. I'm going to a black tie wedding in June. The bride said she wants girls in dresses to the knee or longer. She doesn't want it to look like a funeral, so she wants girls to look sexy, and don't be afraid to wear sparkles or feathers. What am I supposed to wear? Please help. I need you to think of Gatsby. I actually need you to watch Gatsby, okay? That's what you're gonna wear. I would definitely do maxi dress. I wouldn't do knee length. Knee length is just such a strange length. If you could pull it off, you could pull it off. I just think it's hard to find knee length dresses. And 2, it's hard to, like, what shoes do you wear with them? You could wear boots, you could wear heels, whatever. Maxi dress. What I'm thinking, okay, black tie wedding, I've heard so many different explanations. Some people say that a black tie wedding is like everybody is in black, but then other people are like, no, you're just in very formal. Like, all it means is like formal. But a black tie wedding to me it just means the dress code is fancy. Let's do some research. Black tie wedding guest dress. First, we'll start there. Okay, so it does mean black. Perfect. Okay, awesome. That's ugly. Oh, that's cute. Oh, you could do gloves. That would be fun. But it's June. Something like this. This is giving casual, but if you did something like this, like, so it's like a little bit more like daytimey. Not daytimey per se, but like just a little bit more summery. Like, it's less... I don't know, I need more context. Is she trying to go for Great Gatsby vibes or like Gatsby party, Gatsby wedding? This is what I'm picturing this wedding is gonna look like. Like, I'm picturing stuff like that. I'm picturing this, very much that. I'm not picturing summer. I'm picturing summer like Gatsby did. Oh my god, a fucking Gatsby wedding? Are you kidding me? Ugh, that would be magical. I think I need a Gatsby wedding, actually. Tell your friend thank you so much for the idea. And of course on Pinterest, FYI, everyone, always add the word aesthetic to the end of it and it'll give you what you're looking for. You see the vibes here? Like, that type of dress and neckline is giving very summery because it's like the camisole, like the spaghetti straps, and it's very like open. Like, that could be strapless, right? And then she has little pearls on. Obviously we can't see her shoes, but if you did pearls or gold, actually, if I feel like if you went like all like gold and pearls, that's gorgeous. If I had more context, I feel like I could really like present you the outfit, because in my head I'm thinking of a Gatsby themed party, but also I don't know if that's actually what's going on. Like, maybe she's just like, no, like, just wear black but don't make it look like a funeral. And I would be wary of the underneath, just because like you don't want to have any sort of anything on somebody's wedding day, right? But a dress that's cut like that, because it's still very fun and like flirty, but it's also, it's formal. There's a better picture of it. Gorgeous. Regina, stunning. Oh, please do that. Please do that. Oh my gosh, a little corset top and then a maxi skirt. I don't even think that's a dress. I think that's literally a corset top and a skirt. Have the yitties out, bro. You're gonna look so good. Yeah, definitely pull up in something like this. Like, just like give it the vibe that it is in the Roaring 20s. Like, set yourself back. Like, okay, if I was living in the Roaring 20s, what would I wear? And that's what you need to wear. Okay, but if I'm completely off here, if I'm just the most wrong I've ever been in my whole life, which is rare, if we're being honest, DM me on Instagram. DM me and then comment on this saying that you DM me, because you know what's weird about Instagram? I'll like, because there's like your regular messages and then there's the requests. But in the requests, you don't get notified. Like, I literally have requests from like so long ago and I never got notified. Like, usually it'll pop up and be like, oh, you have X about a request. No. It doesn't do that anymore. So if it does go to request, sometimes it'll just go straight in. I don't know how they like make the decision of like what goes where. But anyway, DM me on Instagram if I don't answer like right when I see it. Comment and be like, hey girl, I DM you on Instagram. This is my username and I can help you out. But I feel like definitely I'm getting great Gatsby. If she's telling you to fucking wear sparkles and feathers, no way in hell is she not trying to have a Gatsby themed wedding. Unless I'm crazy. All right. Big Apple. Oh wait, 21 Apple. Take 2. Scene 2. Action. I gotta get my fucking words down. Okay, so there's 2 parts to this. First part is that I'm trying to get back to dating after my ex broke up with me, but a small part of me is feeling guilty for it because we were together for so long, almost 5 years, and it's only been 6 months since we broke up, and I'm on my own. I don't mind being on my own, but I would like to flirt and maybe kiss someone. How should I stop feeling guilty, but also is it just my brain telling me I'm not ready for anything else? But it's mostly if I tell people, I worry they'll think it's too soon, but I was speaking to my coworker and she suggested that it may not be too soon because oftentimes a relationship is over before it's officially over. I guess I'm just conflicted about it. But anyway, the second part is just advice for dating. I'm trying out Hinge because I've been struggling to find someone organically. What are some of your tips for that, because Hinge is so dry? And then if it does lead to something, what do I even wear for a first date? I haven't had to go on one in 5 years. Thank you so much, Pretty Princess Leader. This was a lot and just stream of consciousness for the most part. That's so cute. First and foremost, I can't talk to you about Hinge because I've never once in my whole life used a dating app. I tried Bumble BFF and it was a disaster. I feel like if I lived in a big city, Bumble BFF would have worked a lot better, but not around here, partner. Not around here. Okay. So, your and your ex broke up. It's only been 6 months. You don't mind being on your own and you're ready. Like, you're ready to get back out there. Maybe you're not ready for another 5-year relationship, but you're ready. You're like, no, I want to go on dates. I want to flirt. I want to have a good time. As you should. There's no such thing as moving on too soon, okay? Because let's say you do go on a date, you do kiss someone, and then you get back home that night and you cry and you're like, oh, like I shouldn't have done that. Like, I miss him so much. Like, I wish I never went on that date. Like, I'm not ready. There's your answer. There's your answer. And you wouldn't have got that answer if you didn't go on that date, right? There's never too soon. If anyone tells you like, oh, you're moving on too quick, hit them with the like, wow, that's crazy that you think you know me better than I know me. That's wild. Or just hit them with like, you know what? I'm going to follow what I want to do right now, and maybe I am moving on too soon, But that's for me to figure out and you to shut the fuck up about, you know what I mean? I really can't imagine anyone, like any of your friends that are genuinely your friends, telling you you're moving on too soon. Because yeah, like your coworker said, like a lot of times when relationships, especially long-term relationships like that, they are over before they're over. Like it sounds like you said that he broke up with you, but also you seem fine. Like it seems like you maybe were a little bit mentally checked out of the relationship. Because a lot of times I feel like girls, we're very like sensitive. Like I feel like a guy will just like leave the relationship. Be like, oh, I'm gonna just like stop talking to her. And maybe she'll get the hint. Or they'll straight up be like, yeah, I don't think this is working. Perfect. But I feel like with girls, like we'll start to get super annoyed and then we'll just start to kind of be like, I don't like you. Like, please don't touch me, don't kiss me. Let's just have a movie night and sit on opposite ends of the couch. Thank you so much. In your brain, like you're already ready, and I think it's our way of moving on before we're even out of the relationship. Like it's our way of being like, okay, like I am gonna be very much okay without this person, and maybe subconsciously you were doing that, or maybe he was doing it to you, so you started subconsciously doing it back to him, you know what I mean? But yeah, no, you don't just wake up one day and say, I want to break up with this person. It happens over time. Okay, like there was something a while back. It could have been a week prior, it could have been 2 years prior, not to scare you or anything, but like it literally could have been. I think that you're overanalyzing it. I honestly think you know what you feel in your heart, in your gut. If you feel you're ready to go, you feel you're ready to go on a date, you're ready to move on, you're ready to just be like, all right, I want to see what's out there. Like let me know. Let me take a little dive. Let me dip my toes in the dating pool. You're ready. And you writing this in, I think you're extra ready and you're looking for validation to be ready. So just, this is your sign. This is your sign. Go on a date. Meet someone. Download Hinge. Download whatever. Meet someone. Go on a date. Have fun. Don't worry about it. Okay, listen. You need to go into whatever date you go on. I wish I could help you with Hinge, but I can't. Meeting someone organically is probably the easiest way, but also it comes with so many like hard territories, because like I always use the gym as an example, but it's like one of the only places. Actually, I met someone in a coffee shop today, not to date or anything, but like if I was single, I definitely would have like taken this opportunity and been like, oh, like what's your Instagram? You know what I'm saying? You need to go into the date thinking, one, it's not that fucking deep. You're literally just going to hang out with someone new. Like that's all it is. Don't have dinner on a first date. I know a lot of girls are like, ooh, like I could never do a coffee date on the first date. Like my standards are too high. If that's you, and that's amazing. For me, I don't like dinner dates on the first date, because I'm sorry, it's the awkward like, oh, so like have you ever been, like what are you gonna get, like what's your favorite so weird. And then it comes to who's gonna talk, how are you gonna talk in front of the waitress, like is he gonna order for you, or you know what I mean? And then okay, what if XYZ, then you're eating in front of each other, you're fucking like shoveling food into your face, where you know if you were on that date with your best friend, like if you were just at that restaurant with your best friend, like you're fucking munching, you're having a good time, you're talking, like it doesn't matter if your mouth is full of food while you're talking, because it's your best friend. So I honestly hate the idea of like dinner on first date. I like the idea of something fun, like let's go to an arcade, because then one, there's so many other people around that it's like there's so many points of conversation to be had, like, oh, like do you think they're on a first date too, or like you could see how they interact in public around that many people, and then it's like, oh, this is my favorite game, like let's go play. And then like I feel like naturally, no matter what you're doing, if you're playing a game and you're a competitive person, like your competitive side will come out, no matter if you met this person 2 seconds ago or you've known them for your whole life. Like you're gonna act the way innately you're acting, because it's like somewhere you're comfortable. Like it's a comforting thing to like be in a setting where like there's a bunch of other people, you're playing games, whatever. Like go, I don't know, don't go to the movies, because the movies, again, you can't really talk, it's kind of awkward. I would definitely say like go to an arcade, or not like a kid arcade, but they have a lot of like adult arcades now, I guess. I mean, kids are in them too, but like there's arcades by me that are bars Like, you could go up and order appetizers and drinks and stuff. Don't go bowling. Do not recommend bowling for a first date, because even when you're with your closest family and friends, that little walk back, so awkward. So awkward. I can't handle it. The little walk back and just like the motion, the shoes. You gotta tell them your shoe size on the first date. You don't need to be doing all that, okay? Don't go bowling. If you're into golf, I feel like golf could be fun. I don't know. I'm not into golf, but I feel like if I was into golf, somebody suggesting that on the first date, like, I could be down for it, because we have this common thing that we can talk about, but we're also on a golf cart together. I don't know. And you can wear cute little outfits. Yeah, I definitely think, like, arcade is the way to go. Or, like, something where you could sit and talk, but also be entertained by something. Like, there's a speakeasy in Orlando that I've gone to before, and I honestly, if somebody took me there for a first date, I would instantly fall in love with them. They have little burlesque shows there, so it's like we could get there early, we could have some cocktails, we could have some appetizers, and we could talk, and then we know that we're like looking forward to this thing together. I met this girl last week, and she was telling me how she was going on a first date and they were going fishing, because she's into fishing and he's into fishing. I personally would rather die. But like, if you're into fishing, go fishing. Just do something where there's a common ground interest. Like, literally, not my first date with Mr. Special Someone, but within the first month, I literally was like, do you want to go on a run? Would you like to go do conditioning on the soccer field? And it's like weird, because that's not a typical date, but it's like, I want to do this anyway. We share this common interest. Why would we not just share our common interest and do something that we both find worthwhile together? And then as far as what you're wearing for the first date, obviously it depends on the circumstance. Wear something you're comfortable in. Don't try to wear something you've never worn before. Don't try to wear the skirt that you could wear on a girl's night out when you're not worried about anything, but if you were like in front of anyone else, like, you'd be like adjusting it every second. Like, just wear something you've worn before. Wear something in your comfort zone. If you don't wear heels, don't wear heels, okay? If you do wear heels, wear heels. I don't care. If you're going to an arcade, literally the last time I was in a fucking arcade, I wore knee-high boots, a black sweater dress, and full face, and like full all this, okay? I was at a fucking arcade. What about it? That's what I wanted to wear. That's what I felt comfortable in, so that's what I wore. My friends, they were just wearing like regular ass fucking clothes, okay? But not to say my clothes aren't regular, but in comparison, like, obviously, like, one's like, okay, well, that matches being an arcade and that matches being in a really nice restaurant, so what's going on here? You know what I'm saying? Wear what you're comfortable in. Do your makeup the way you always do it. Don't do anything crazy. A first date is not the time to be experimenting, because you're already nervous. You don't need to be concerned about, oh my god, like, I've never worn this shirt before, like, it's not fitting right, like, oh my god, like, are my butt cheeks hanging out of my skirt? Like, you don't need to be worried about all that, okay? You just need to be worried about, hey, don't worry about if they like you, worry about if you like them. Because they're on a first date too, they're nervous too. Guys are terrible at showing that they're nervous, and I don't understand, but it is what it is. But you just need to act 100% completely like it doesn't fucking matter how this goes, and that's how you'll be the most authentic version of yourself, okay? I know that it's a lot easier said than done, I know, but you just need to go into it, yeah, like, what's up, like, let's do XYZ, yeah, let's do XYZ. You're not gonna worry about impressing him because you're already on the fucking date. Like, you don't need to be putting yourself out on display, like, personality wise and otherwise, because the date has been agreed to, okay? Like, yes, we are both going to meet here and XYZ and have a good time, hopefully. He's worried about what he looks like, what he smells like, what XYZ. You're worried about that. You do not need to be worried about whether he likes your outfit, whether he likes your hair, whether he likes your makeup, whether he thinks you smell good, whether you're funny, whether you're annoying him. It doesn't fucking matter, okay? Just know, oh, also, biggest tip for a first date, don't let him pick you up. If I were going on a first date with somebody, no, you're not picking me up. No, you're not going to know where I live on the first date. You're not picking me up from my apartment, from my house. No, thank you. You don't need to know where I live. You're not picking me up too, because I'm going to be in control of when I want to leave. If I want to leave halfway through the date, I don't want you to have to give me a ride home. I want to drive myself, or I want to be able to Uber. I don't want to deal with anything. So, like, is it a cute gesture? Of course it is. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. But yeah, first date, just be comfortable. Don't worry about moving on too quick, because there's literally no such thing as too quick. Like there's not, because there's only right now, and right now is now, and now is now past, but past doesn't exist because it's now. Don't worry about it, and just have fun. Like, I don't know, schedule 4 dates in 1 week. Just 4 dates in 1 week. Don't commit too heavy to one person. The point of dating, like when my parents and like my generation's parents, like when our parents were dating, it was like dating. Like, okay, on Friday night I'm going out with Timothy, and on Saturday night I'm going out with Bob, and then next Thursday me and Jack are going to the movies. That was dating. I feel like now it's like you're talking to one person and you're expected to talk to only that person. No, that's not, no, because that's how we find ourselves in situationships, so that's not what we want. We don't want to be, oh, well, we're not dating, like we're not like official, but like we're talking. No, there's no such thing as talking. There's dating, and then there's going steady. Or there's dating, and there's, this is my man, this is my girlfriend, this is my boyfriend, this is my they friend. To be all inclusive, I don't know exactly the proper term to use, but we're gonna go with it. Okay. Scene. All right, 2023 Apple. I think I'm just making shit up at this point. And take 3, action. Hey queen. Firstly, I love you and all your content. Firstly, love you back. Thank you so much. We're rebranding, but we're having a good time doing it this time. Last year rebrand was hell on earth. Secondly, my question is, how do you allow yourself to fall in love? Like, how do you tell yourself it's okay to like someone? Asking from a first timer. Congratulations. How fun. You're in love. How cute. Or you're trying to be. Basically, the best thing I could tell you is just learn to accept the fact that the universe or God or whoever, whatever you believe in, you need to think of like every person in your life, they have a set amount of time in your life, right? You don't know what that time is, but the bigger picture knows what that time is. So if you could imagine, think of like your whole life, okay? Think of this whole screen as a blank white page. Actually, you know what? Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a visualization. Everyone, I don't care if you want the answer to this question. This is gonna be a helpful visualization for literally anyone. Close your eyes, okay? I'm gonna do it with you guys because I need to, because I don't know what's going on. We're just going. Close your eyes, all right? And just kind of be here for a minute, like you're gonna be okay. I feel like I could definitely record guided meditations. Anyway, back to business. Close your eyes. And now just in your brain, picture a giant sheet of white paper, like the biggest sheet of white paper. It could be a scroll, it could be a giant poster board, like whatever you want it to be. Okay. Now think of the bottom left corner of that piece of paper. And now that's your start, okay? So that was the start of your life. So when you were born into this world, that's where you started. And now think there's a path down the middle. There's a path that branches out to the side, kind of like a giant tree. Like it's kind of just branching out every which way. And they're all just different paths. And when you look at each different path, if you zoom into it, you could be like, oh, this was my first grade path. And this was when I was best friends with Annie and John, and we did this together, and we dressed up as witches for Halloween. All right, and then that path veers off, 2nd grade, 3rd grade, veers off to all your different ages, all your different grades, all the different people you've had in your life. Okay, now you're at where you are now. So whatever age you're at now, that's what path you're on. So let's say you're on this path and you just met someone named Jackie. Okay, you don't have the ability to see that Jackie actually falls off of the path in 2 years down the line. You don't know that going into meeting Jackie though. So why are you worried about it? Why are you worried that in 2 years from now, Jackie might not be here? Because you have no fucking idea. All you're thinking right now is, oh, I met this amazing person named Jackie, and I'm so happy that they're on my path right now. I can't wait to walk this path with Jackie. 2 years go by, Jackie's no longer in your life. Jackie and you had a falling out. That's okay, because Jackie was only supposed to be on that path for 2 years. They weren't meant to go 90 years with you. They were only meant to go those 2 years with you. And you can't see that when you're sitting there, standing, meeting Jackie. You can't see that. But after those 2 years, you'll be like, oh, I didn't expect this to happen. That's crazy. You're going to learn something. You're going to feel something. It probably will hurt a little bit. It might not hurt. It might be a blessing in disguise. You don't know. It might be just a straight up, hey, this is a blessing. I've been not fucking with that bitch for quite a while. So happy we don't talk anymore. Who knows? Okay? Another 2 years down the line, you're going to look back and be like, that's why I lost Jackie. That's why we no longer talk. Everything is always happening for your greater good. And you have to just remember that this physical reality plane we're on is just so absolutely not where you're going to see your greater good materialize. Everything that happens is up here, okay? Everything that's happening is happening in the reality that is your mind. Your mind is your real reality. That's where everything happens. And the physical world around you is just the setting for your reality, right? So yeah, not being able to hang out with Jackie every day, that changes your physical reality, and it also changes your mental reality because, okay, this character is no longer a part of my life. Like, I don't see them every day. I'm kind of sad. I'm lonely. I don't have a friend to do this with anymore. I don't have a boyfriend. I don't have a girlfriend. I don't have whatever to do this with anymore. Like, that sucks. It just changed your physical reality. Now you have all this space for a new, you know what I'm saying? So to let somebody in, it's only scary because of the thought of not having them anymore. Like, the only reason letting somebody in is scary is because, one, you're never ever gonna know their true intentions. It is what it is. You're never ever going to be able to 1010% know anybody's intentions. But I'm sure you have best friends. I'm sure you have people that you really care about. I'm sure you have close friends. I'm sure you love your siblings, your parents, whatever. Like, you don't know their intentions though. They could tell you all day long. You could trust them with 100% of your heart. At the end of the day, you don't know their true intentions. You don't. They could tell you their true intentions, but guess what? That could switch so fucking quick. Like, you don't know. There's no guarantees on this earth. There's literally nothing guaranteed. Nothing at all is guaranteed in life except for the fact that one day you're gonna die. So if you're okay with having friends, and you're okay with telling your friends secrets, and you're okay with allowing your friends to fill your life with happiness and love and joy, it's no different than allowing somebody romantically to fill your life with love and happiness and joy. And is there a potential that they're gonna leave someday and your heart's gonna be broken and you're gonna feel devastated and you're gonna be like, why did I do that? I'm so mad at myself. I shouldn't have allowed myself to fall in love. Like, I knew I couldn't trust anyone. Yeah, but that's all because you're scared. And if you live your life scared, your life is going to be dull. Your life is going to be boring, and you're going to get to your deathbed and be like, I never got to experience love because I was afraid, and now I'm dying and I'll never be able to experience love in the way that I wanted to experience love. You experience love every single day and you're not scared of it, but because of this, because it's new and because it could hurt you, you're scared of it, and that's valid. But your friendships could hurt you just as bad as a romantic love. Your relationship with your parents could hurt you just as bad as a romantic love. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many things that are so scary and just so scary. Like, you just have to let it happen. Like, if you want love to come into your life, you have to be open to receiving love. And just because you're open to receiving it doesn't mean it's yours to have for the rest of your life. Just because this person is, hey, I have all this love to give you, will you please let me give it to you? You're like, well, I don't know, because what if you don't love me someday? Guess what? Someday doesn't fucking exist. You know what exists? Right now. Right now is what exists. So you can, well, you might hurt me someday, so no, I'm not going to accept the love you have for me. Okay, so if I handed you $1 million right now and said, here's $1 million, No, because one day it'll be gone. I don't want it because one day it'll all be gone. I'll have spent it all. Crazy bitch. Crazy bitch alert. Sorry, sue me. But yeah, for a lighthearted way of saying it, you just have to be brave. Allowing love into your life is something that takes courage and something that takes bravery. And I feel like so many people are like, oh, well, it's obvious. Well, it's obvious. No. Give yourself a pat on the back. If you have friends that love you, if you love your friends, you have a loving relationship with your siblings, with your parents. Like, if you have love in your life, if you have an animal that you love, guess what? You've already allowed love into your life. And now you just have to let go of the want to control everything. I feel like that's what it is. It's like you're scared that you might get hurt and you have no control over that. And guess what? You have no control over whether or not your friends are going to stay your friends forever. You have no control over whether your animal is going to run away someday. You know what I mean? Like, just, it is what it is. Just let it be what it is. And scene. All right, pretty princesses. This is going to be the last one. I'm actually shocked. I feel like we're really getting through this. I feel like I'm not rambling. Oh my god, who am I? It's because I'm prepared. Oh, shocker. Being prepared makes life easier. Shocker. All right, 24 apple and scene 4. Take 1 and action. Hey girlie, first of all, I love your vibe and you seem like such a cool girl. If I do say so myself, I am. And you seem like such a cool girl. Real recognizes real. I'm hoping you can help me with this problem I've been having. How do I make female friends as an adult? I am 26 and have almost zero contact with any friends I had from high school. I've been with my boyfriend for over 9 years and female friendships are not something I have prioritized the past few years. I work with all men. I'm so sorry. And I don't know how to make friends with women my age. If you work with all men and you have a boyfriend, there's bound to be a girlfriend that you need to meet. Do you know what I'm saying? Your boyfriend either has friends that have a girlfriend and you could be her friend. My biggest thing with adult relationships, I was talking to a group of girls about this last weekend actually. We all were saying how it's kind of like, wow, like it's kind of hard to make friends as an adult. No school. No kids, just a boyfriend, just a job, just a boyfriend. It's kind of hard to make friendships, okay? We were talking about this. So when I tell you there was a group of 8 girls, we were all talking about this. So we all understand. We were saying you have to accept the fact that you're not necessarily going to meet like your bridesmaid, your maid of honor. You might just meet the girl that you play tennis with every Wednesday. You might just meet the girl that you try new bars with on Saturday nights. You might just meet the girl that wants to go paint pottery with you every other month. And that's okay. And that's what friendship's all about, because guess what? The time that your birthday party comes, you have all these random people to invite and then they all meet each other and then yeah, bring whoever you want. Then they all meet each other and it grows and it grows. And that's what community is all about. I feel like we've lost the plot when it comes to community and when it comes to friendships, because in school we're all like pushed together, like be best friends with one another. You all have to love each other or else we're calling the guidance counselor in. You all have to be best friends. You all have to like each other. Yeah. You get to college and they're like, I don't give a fuck if you guys talk to each other. Just do your homework. And that's why they have sororities and that's why they put you in dorms together, because they're like, well, try your best to be friends but live together also. So maybe you hate each other, but you live together and then you're out into the real world. Whoa. And people move away and people stay for grad school and people do this and people do that and and guess what? Here you are and everyone's floating and we're all like, whoa, like we're all looking for friends. That's crazy. Like how are we all looking for friends but somehow we can't make the connection? It's because we've been forced to be friends with literally every single person we've ever fucking met from age, I don't know, 5 till 22. And then it's like, they all just like, oh, they're gone. It was all a show. It was all an illusion. Crazy. So yeah, if you work with all men, there are bound to be girlfriends, okay? There are bound to be girlfriends. I would imagine if you work with all men, I'm sure you're close with at least some of them. Ask them, hey, do you have a girlfriend? Oh, hey, do you have a girl best friend? Hey, do you have a boy that's your friend that has a girlfriend, you just gotta do it. Go do things that you like to do. If you're a Pilates girly, go to the Pilates class. Work up the courage. Go for 2 weeks, okay? I don't know how often people go to Pilates class. I know they're fucking expensive. Go for 2 weeks, and then that one girl that you're like, oh my god, I want to be her best friend. Once you work up the courage, girl, look, I live in the area. I have a boyfriend. I would love to get a coffee with you. Next week after class, do you have time in your schedule to get a coffee? Perfect. Also, be okay with the fact that their life might look completely different than your life. I feel like, especially like in school, like high school, we're all in high school. We're all doing the classes. A lot of us play sports, are in clubs, have jobs, whatever. Then you go to college. Same thing. Like, we're doing this, we're doing this, we're doing this. In real life, it's like, okay, I'll use this example. I do this. I live at home. My best friend, she's a teacher. She's a special education teacher at a high school. She lives in an apartment. She's about to move in with her boyfriend. Our lives look very different. I used to have a friend. We had a falling out, but she was pregnant. I met a friend. I just met someone. She's married and has a kid. You have to go into these friendships not expecting to like have your like BFF lifelong best friend that is literally going to be your ride or die, that you guys will turn into Golden Girls together. You just have to go into these friendships like, okay, like this person has a completely different life situation than I do, but we both share this common interest. So if this is what our friendship is based on, and this is like the only way our friendship actually works, that's okay, because that's now something you have to look forward to every week. What's something we can do like once a month? Maybe there's a wine club. Oh my gosh, I feel like so many places have wine clubs. Book clubs, if you're into books, okay, we could take the non-alcoholic route, go to book club, but I feel like a lot of book clubs do have wine in them. We could have a little tea party, like maybe you're trying to have some like tea party friends. Honestly, I don't use Facebook, but I would imagine the Facebook groups for where you live are probably filled with people that are like, yeah, I'm having this event, okay? Also, yeah, I said it before, but boyfriend is bound to have friends, right? That has a girlfriend. I feel like boys always have friends. Like, if you were a guy writing in and being like, oh, like, I don't have any friends, but like, I have my girlfriend, I don't think I would be like, oh, well, your girlfriend is bound to have friends that have boyfriends, right? It's interesting, but I feel like it's just because boys are so much better at having those surface level friendships, and I feel like a lot of girls always crave, they're like, no, like, I want her to be in my wedding, like I want to have a baby when she has a baby so our babies can be best friends, like I want my boyfriend and her boyfriend to be best friends. Like I feel like we want that, like, you know what I mean? And you just can't, I don't want to say you can't be picky, because you can be picky for sure. However, don't go into it thinking you're gonna find your like perfect match in a best friend, okay? Maybe you won't even have your perfect match and a best friend until you're 40. Who knows? That plane is flying so low. Like, maybe you hate the way, I don't know, like maybe there's something about them that you're like, wow, like that's so fucking annoying. That's okay. That's okay, because I know your boyfriend annoys you and you stay with him. I know your best friend has some like traits that annoy you. Or like, I know your mom has some traits that annoy you. Like, we're humans, and I feel like when you have a lot of love and care for someone, you're bound to be like, wow, like I hate when you do that, but you can look past it, okay? So if you meet a new girl and you go out to coffee and maybe, I don't know, I'm not thinking of a good example, but like maybe I don't fucking know, but you know what I mean? Like, just don't be so quick to be like, oh, like, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. I've been guilty of that before. Like, I will go into new friendships being like, oh my god, like, a new best friend, I'm gonna hang out with them every single week. No. Boundaries. Boundaries. Especially, we're all adults. We don't have as much time as we used to have. We're not forced into being friends. Like, when I was on a soccer team, all my teammates were my friends. When I was in math class, almost everybody in my math class was my friend. When I was in XYZ, almost everybody, you know what I mean? We're not forced to be in shared spaces anymore. So if you find a friend to go to book club with, that's your book club friend, okay? You don't need to invite her for drinks. if you guys really hit it off and you're like, wow, like I love you so much and I feel like we should go to dinner sometime. Go to dinner sometime. Okay, what if dinner was terrible? Nope, right back to book club. Right back to being my book club best friend. Okay? Okay, perfect. I feel like we're done, guys. I feel like that's crazy. I feel like and scene. I feel like thank you so much for reporting for duty for Pretty Princess Command Center, episode 6. And on that note, I hope you have a good fucking day.